Beautiful Oasis waiting for me. Frozen Oasis. But we'll make it toasty. MSR groundhog steak broke right in half. I guess it's had some hard ground and it's pretty cold out here, but these are usually pretty good, but yep, it happens. There we go. Got the tent squared away a little better since I was lazy last night. Got the vestibules out so it got a little more room, and staked it down a little better. It's I don't know if did I talk about the tent yet? MSR Carbon Reflex 2. Carbon fiber poles puts it at, with all the essentials, I think it's like 3.7 pounds. Something like that. It's awesome. That's pretty nice. A little bit of snow resting on there, but that's not bad. Last one. That's not bad. That ought to do it. All right, there's our wood. I think we're in pretty good shape. And we got that big log left too. In case you guys are wondering what's in my girly case, I got contact lens stuff and a mirror, some of these face wipes, medicine and vitamins, toothpaste, chapstick, some of those soap leave things, those are nice, eye drops, toothbrush, towel, more eye drops, little Leatherman micro thing with tweezers and things like that. So that's what's in there. And then I also got a pretty hardcore first aid kit. I mean, I put this together myself. I've been looking for these. Sweet. Got everything in here to take care of wounds and irrigation and bleeding. I always carry plenty of Sea-Locks to stop bleeding. I got everything in here. It's a pretty complete kit. Batteries, I always wrap them and put a little note to say, like, here's 2. They go to my GPS tracker or something. Then I put rubber bands around them. That way when I use them, the used ones, I just toss, and I know if they don't have a rubber band around them, then they're spent. Helps me keep track of stuff. In the Ribz pack today, we had a emergency bivvy from SOL. The Glock 23. Little kind bar. These are pretty good, and they're mostly nuts. A little bit of chewy stuff, but even when they're frozen, they're good because they're mostly nuts. So it's not like crunchy stuff. Got a little pack towel. Little extra first aid, more Sea-Locks, big ass antibiotic band-aids. Those are nice to have. Over here, outside pocket was I don't know, chapstick, cell phone, stuff like that. In here we got I think it was just more snacks and fire making stuff, wet fire, and those what are those matches called? Those UCS or something like that. They're big, huge, awesome 12-second matches. Petzl headlamp from Copenhagen. More Surefire batteries, and I had my Surefire Fury was in the backpack. I got one of these Sea to Summit mugs. These are really nice. I got it off, I think I found it on Amazon. Ultra lightweight, insulated, got a nice lid that fits tight, little string that you can grab. And these are really nice for your hot drinks when you don't, you know, if you don't use a Jetboil, or sometimes it's just nice to feel normal and drink out of something normal, but it's been too cold to mess around here, so I just was lazy and didn't get it out. I got a little gizmo here to tell me the time and high and low temperatures and stuff like that, but I don't think it's working. This was the Osprey day pack that I brought with me. This was today on that hike. This is where I secure the Delorme InReach thing. So as you can see, looks like somebody's sending me a message right now. So I gotta check that. You can push this button at any time and it'll send pre-selected messages like, hey, I'm okay, or, you know, made it to campsite, something like that. You can hold it down, and when it blinks once, it'll send message 1, blinks twice, message 2, and so on. So that's kind of cool, like if your Android breaks, or your iPhone or whatever, you know, something happens to it, you can still send I'm okay messages, and you can still hit this and people can still track you on a map. And then here, SOS calls, you know, emergency services. You flick that safety off and push the SOS button. And here's what I had in the, that's the laser to the contour. I just bumped it. Extra battery for the camcorder. Awesome Costco chocolates. These are like pecans and walnuts and chocolate and stuff. And then these are the cashew milk chocolate clusters. I mean, those are better than any energy bars. I got the Mophie power pack that I talked about. That thing's awesome. So I can use that to recharge my phone or my contour camera as we're cruising along. Keeping the MSR Hyperflow water purifier on me, so hopefully the heat from my back when I'm hiking keeps it from freezing. I don't know how anal you need to be about that, but I need to look into that. Maybe it's not the right one to take out into freezing conditions. Surefire Fury, God bless you. And that was about it. That was about everything I brought with me today. I also got these gloves that I use, you know, for rougher stuff, but they don't have much flexibility, so, but they have to insulate. They're warm. When it's not, when I'm not going to get wet, I like these because I can have my fingers and the dexterity, and these are really warm, especially if you put a hand warmer in there, and they're windstopper, windproof, so they're really nice. And they got a nice rubber grip too, so they're not your average fleece, but once they get snowy and frozen and wet, they're pretty much done. And I think that's about it, guys. Alright, let's make fire. I forgot to show last night. This is a cut-proof glove made by Blade X5. I tested it with a, I put a cucumber in here and then hacked it with the Esee Junglas, and I mean it didn't cut at all, so I think it works. Gotta be safe out here. Oh God, it's cold. All right, guys, sorry, but I'm cold. My feet are freezing, and once again, night has fallen, and I'm exhausted, and I didn't really chop a lot of really little wood because I'm just getting impatient, which is really bad, but I'm just gonna go for it. I got some wood I chopped up, little pieces, a little bit bigger pieces, big pieces. I got a piece of foil in there, and we're gonna light 2 wet fires, and just see if we can get this this really little stuff. So we're going with one of these UCS matches. And the wet fire. I'm gonna burn my sleeves off. Shit. We'll see how this method works. Alright, the moment of truth. That needs to catch. The wind can help us later, but not right now. We don't want wind yet. I can see the water just sizzling out of it. It's just, everything is so wet. This is the driest possible wood I could find. Maybe because it's so cold, I guess. I don't know. I need to try those trioxane tabs again. I say again because I used them many moons ago when I was in the Army, and they were always good, but I actually just ordered some. And I got like a pack of 10 of them. Because I don't know about, I mean, the wet fire is great. It's just, it's too small. When I don't want to mess around, I want something big that burns a long time. How about like a tuna fish can filled with thermite? That's not a bad idea. I guess people do that. I mean, yeah, like a tuna can packed with thermite, and then a fuse. And when you really don't want to mess around, you just pull that out. I have no method to any of this. I don't do any sort of TP or log cabin or anything. I just do whatever looks good. That's looking pretty good. I'm getting there now. This is the last of my wood that I just chopped up. It takes time. I mean, that, you know, cutting that wood, sawing the logs, and then what am I trying to say? You know what I'm trying to say. Processing the wood. It just takes time and it takes energy. So, but it's a little easier once you have something going. You're a little more motivated to keep sawing and chopping. So let's do some of that. I lost my baton from yesterday. I like that baton. So now I'm using a piece of, I guess I probably burned it. Burned everything last night. I forget to put on my other glove. I don't like that knot right there. There we go. There we go. Well, that calls for some wine. The last sip. Oh, hands getting weak. So I'm always talking to people that are like, well, what do you have to do all that sawing and all that splitting wood with a big knife for? I just go around and I collect branches and it works fine. I start with little twigs and then I use bigger branches, and I don't know, man. I mean, I guess that works in a nice dry campsite where there's just tons of dry twigs on the ground. I'm sure you can get it going. I mean, I have, but out here in these conditions, I mean, there's no way. There's just no way you could get a fire like this. You have to process the wood like we did, and you know, it's those cut edges of the inside dry wood that really catch fast. I put these on upside down so the outside wet part, you know, will burn a little slower. If you want them to catch faster, you flip them the other way, get those nice right angle corners in there. But so it's good. It's a good feeling of satisfaction when you have a good fire. And it's warmer. Quite a bit warmer. I didn't tell you guys about dinner tonight. One of the things I like to do, I like to cook, and so a lot of times I like to cook. I mean, I cook everything, but I like to cook Asian food especially and bring it out here because it's spicy, and you mix it with rice, and it's good. So I got a special Asian treat tonight. Let me show you what we got. All right, everything is frozen, so I'm thawing it out. Trying not to melt the plastic, but we got spicy beef and basil. That's a good one. It's got red peppers, basil leaves, beef, and then sort of a spicy wine sauce. That's nice. And then oh, that's melting. Damn it. This is cashew chicken. Chicken, cashews, green onions, carrots, also spicy. And then in here we got some rice. cooking up. So that is going to be good stuff. Cooking in the wilderness is hard. But I think I got it going on. I got the rice staying warm in that container now. Transferred everything to the bowls, and alright, I gotta go. Alright, there you have it. Cashew chicken and basil beef over rice. It's good stuff. Well, I'm beat, guys. Dinner was awesome. I'm full. I brought enough for a whole squad. I don't know what I was thinking. Those containers didn't look that big when I was filling them up. But so yeah, awesome dinner, and I'm just gonna get warm here by the fire a little bit, and I'm gonna crash. So I'll see you in the tent. By the way, guys, I'm doing another vapor barrier test, and it's worked pretty well. If you don't know what vapor barrier is, it's the opposite of breathability. For socks, gloves, especially gloves, and then socks especially, but they do it for everything. This is a neoprene sock, and underneath I just have a rather thick wool sock. It doesn't need to be this thick, but the point is that this sock's wet because my feet sweat, and so this sock is pretty wet, and this sock, this neoprene sock, is wet on the inside but totally dry on the outside. And so what that does is it keeps the insulation in your boot dry. I mean, my boots are just completely dry on the inside. So your foot basically swims in its own moisture and stays warm and toasty because the insulation in the boot is still effective. And I can go into it more, but I mean, it's awesome. For these kind of conditions, it's perfect for when it's cold and you're active. But there's a lot of caveats to it and a lot to learn about it. And my feet were cold last night. So tonight, I mean, not terribly, but, and I had those hand warmers in the bottom of the sleeping bag too. Not terribly cold, but, so I'm going dry socks and fresh hand warmers in the little toe area. The only other gear I think I forgot to mention, you can never have too many of these sort of ShamWow type of rags. And I don't know if I mentioned it, I'm also using a Thermalite Reactor sleeping bag liner. You know, it folds up real small. I don't know if it does anything. I guess it must do something. And the knee pads I've been wearing, these are Arc'teryx knee pads. I really love them. They flex and they stay put right where you want them. They weigh nothing. They're fantastic. I think they're like 60 bucks though. Pretty expensive knee pads, but they're badass. All right, that's it, guys. I'm done. I'll see you in the morning. Alright, well, made it through the night. I'm doing some testing outside of the sleeping bag. I wanted to test out this Niles jacket and see how warm it is, and it is indeed warm. I mean, I woke up about an hour ago and I'm just pulled the sleeping bag down. I just got nothing but a thin thermal layer under this, so far so good with this thing. It is warm, but it was a good night. I slept pretty good. I tried to pay more attention. I was talking last night about this thermal reactor thing, and I do like it. It's I think it definitely does keep you warmer. I was kind of testing it out during the night, taking it on and off and pulling it down, and but especially like when it's up around your shoulders, seems much warmer. But also I think what's nice about it is the inside of the sleeping bag can get kind of you know, clammy and plasticky feeling after a while. It starts to get on your nerves. This keeps the
this keeps the whole inside of the sleeping bag feeling nice and soft and cottony. So I really, I think I never really paid too much attention to it before, because I just always used it, but it's doing good. All right, I'm gonna get up and pack up the gear and head on out.
Frozen. So yeah, the Thermalite Reactor sleeping bag liner, definitely a winner. The especially when you have, you know, when it's really cold and you have a bag like this. This bag's a Stoic. Stoic is, it's the store brand of what is it? Mountain Gear, Backcountry.com, somebody like that. And so it's okay, but this is a pretty lightweight winter bag. So this really helps. Another thing is these pants that I had on. These are just awesome. I would highly recommend these pants. These are Kohl's. I can't remember exactly what model, but they are lots of pockets, 2 Velcro pockets in the back, zip pockets down the side for cell phones and little things like that. They were warm. They repel dirt and water and everything, and they stretch. They're very stretchy. Cut with an articulated knee, so they have lots of flexibility. Just awesome pants. That was a knife I carried. That was a SOG. What is that? A SOG Flash 2. So that's a good knife. The belt. Love this belt. Mountain Hardware. It's like a. It's just webbing with a alloy nut buckle here that just slips on and off. Works really well. Lightweight, it's real soft and flexible. Good belt. Hey, the sun's out. Well, it's about time. I gotta get some water. Water tends to be the real issue out here when it's this cold. I had a water bladder in the tent with me next to my sleeping bag, which I don't like to do because you never know when one of those might leak somehow, but it just froze solid, so gotta get some new water. That hot cocoa is a lifesaver. It's a cool little tripod. Well, the Hyperflow and the Gravity Kit once again did really well. I really like this thing. It does well. And by the way, the Gravity Kit with this bag where you put the dirty water, it has a pre-filter in there, so you can maybe you can see all the gunk and stuff. But that's nice too, because that way when you're purifying your water, you don't have to put it through a coffee filter or anything to filter out the junk. It catches it down in there. Breakfast is hot cocoa and Gatorade.
By the way, guys, I don't know if I went over the pack. It's a Arc'teryx Ultra 75. I really like this bag. It's my second time out with it. The big top compartment with 2 big waterproof zippers, just cavernous compartments in here, and a mat pocket on the underneath side. What I really like about it, I mean, 1, it's massive. 2, it's got big stuff sack here on the outside, sort of like a kangaroo pouch with a zipper so you can get to everything on the outside. And then it's got a big zipper that goes all the way around for the main compartment, so you can open the thing like a suitcase and get stuff in and out. Also got a nice big strap down here can wrap around your sleeping pad and protects everything on the bottom. But I can do a more thorough review some other time, but it's cold and I'm trying to pack up, so good pack though. In case you want a better look at the Carbon Reflex MSR tent, it's 2 poles, carbon fiber poles, and ultra lightweight, almost all mesh. Has a couple little inside pockets, really no frills, but it's simple and super light. It's not freestanding, so that can be a pain. You got to stake it down in 4 spots. But like I said, it's with all the with the rainfly and all the essentials. I mean, you're looking at 3 pounds, 7 ounces. And yes, you might have seen, if it gets cold enough, I'll fire up my stove inside the tent, warm it up a little. I know, whatever, but you could see where one day, that's where I nailed the mesh with the flame when I was heating up the inside. So I got some 500-mile-an-hour tape on there to patch up the holes. Dumbass! Just so you can't say I didn't show you every last piece of gear. That's the main shell I've been wearing. Arc'teryx Alpha, Theta, Hybrid something. Hybrid because it's pack light, Gore-Tex pack light in the main body. Gore-Tex Pro in the stress areas like the shoulders and underarm gussets. Waterproof zips, keeps it light, does a great job. I mean, it's super light. That's a great jacket. And then when it gets a little chilly, I'll throw on this Arc'teryx down-filled sweater type thing. It compresses away to nothing. I mean, I can shove that whole thing in a pocket, and it's super warm. And then final stuff over here, we got. I think I've showed you everything. Sawviver, you've seen that. 15-inch Sawviver. I always carry a spare blade inside it too. And I think that's about, oh, my Crocs. Didn't need those. Man, I hate packing up. That is always the worst part. When your fingers are cold and early morning. The figures now that I'm leaving, the sun's coming out. I had no idea there was going to be that much snow this weekend. The weather was not calling for that much snow, but it made it fun. It was a good adventure. I had a good time. Hope you guys liked the video. I'm all packed up here. Just going to clean up a little bit, finish this hot cocoa, and hit the trail. So we'll see you on the way down. Oh, and one more final piece of gear. Suntow wrist compass. Yay, car is still there. That's always a nice bonus. We made it. Alright guys, good adventure. That was good stuff. Now I just have to make it down this mountain road, snowy mountain road, without going off the cliff. Alright, hope you enjoyed the video. Good times. We'll see you next time.